The last thing I want to talk about before we leave, just based on what we are talking about in terms of your income level. The thing that I found, just for me personally, and just in talking to my friends and people who I hang around, the thing that really elevated our income more than anything we could possibly ever do was our investment in ourselves. And so the next question I'm going to ask you is part to lead our discussion, and we're going to probably start back with this when we come back from lunch. But what is the most you've ever spent on an investment in you? I'm not talking about a spa treatment. I'm talking about a personal development, wealth building, something personal, business development. What's the most you've ever spent on you, investing in you at one time? 5,000. 5,000.
30,000.
How much?
30,000.
30,000. What was that for?
For school.
Okay.
30,000.
For?
Ray Reynolds course.
Okay, and was it worth it for you?
Yeah. Gave me a lot of insight into how to structure corporations, how to build credit to them.
Okay.
About 5,000. Business startup. I run virtual office.
Okay.
And just recently got tired of the wall, so I went to work in Iraq.
All right.
I'm just getting back now.
Okay. Who else? Who spent more than $5,000 on themselves? What was it for?
School,
Okay.
80,000.
Okay. What else?
I just invest. I always invest. I'm always in seminars. I think that it would be a never ending for me.
What's the most you paid to attend a seminar?
Probably about 7,000.
And that was going to get you to a certain income level, all the income levels that you guys have been talking about over the last 3 hours. And the price tag for that was $100,000. I said, you're going to get whatever your goal is, your income goal is for the next 18 months. You're going to get where you're going to get for the next, you're going to get, the price tag is $100,000. What is your first reaction, response to that?
What's
Wow.
the payment plan?
Yeah, that's it. She goes, what's the payment plan?
What'd you say?
What's the payment plan?
Okay. You said wow. What's wow about?
Wow. How am I going to get it?
Are you going to get the 100 grand?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. What's your reaction?
Like this, wow.
Yeah. And what's behind yours?
The belief and the knowledge that I am going to get that $100,000 for that month, which would be my goal.
Okay. Who else had a response? Would you do it, Mary? Would you do it?
We can talk. That's fine.
Okay. Pat, would you do it?
Yes,
Why?
because it's if you know that it's there, the outcome is $100,000 a month, and it's costing you 10% of what you like. If I want $100,000 a month, it's 10%. Okay, I'll do it. I just find a way to do it. The question that you ask is, how do I get that done?
Right. So that's a question that, all of you, yes, you've been in a situation where you've heard somebody offer you something that you knew you needed, knew you wanted to have it, but then when they tell you how much it is, you go, right? And what is it that makes us go,
Afraid to let go of it.
John? The Quan, as Cuba Gooding said.
It's having the actual money right then, but it's also that unknown. It's that risk factor of, okay, I'm hearing the words, but it also can become a lot of air. Hey, there's a lot of multi-million-dollar fees, and many of them that's on the circuit.
Right.
And they're all about appearance and very little about substance.
Right.
If it's substance, it becomes a no-brainer.
Right.
So it's that unknown. It's that, I think it was said earlier, it's that risk factor. And I've made a lot of mistakes because I've taken risks. Would I redo any of them? No. Because it only took one or two. So I'll continue to take risks, but I think it's that unknown. And you have to have the belief of the person's integrity that's marketing that product to.
Okay, that's one piece, is the integrity of the person that you're going to be working with. The other side is what? Belief where?
In yourself.
In yourself. Belief that you're actually going to do it. Because the difference between people who are struggling financially, whatever that means for you, and the people who continue to magnetize and make money is that rather than think about the money we have right now in our bank account, we think about the possibility of what could happen if I take the plunge. And what stops people is, I know I only have $1,500 in my bank account right now.
Right.
That's what stops most people, right there, dead in their tracks, right? And then, but they think more. They think, okay, well, if I do sign up for it, and then I can't make my second payment, then I got to deal with, defaulting, what people think. So then we let that stop them.
Right.
Few people go, I'm going to jump into this, and I'm going to do the things I need to do, and we're going to make the money, and that's not even an issue. Few people do that. Most people do what I just described. I don't have the money right now, and even if I have the first payment, then I may not have the second payment.
And sometimes people they're thinking that maybe they've been burned or deceived in the past.
Sure.
About something like that. So they're kind of...
They're gun shy.
Right.
Right? Okay? But if you never really take a huge plunge, you'll never know. You'll never know. You're going to get the same results. I mean, I can't tell you how many times I sat in audiences and kept making it about the person who was making the offer. Well, I don't know if you've really done what you said. I don't know, blah, 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 blah. I mean, really, it was just about my fear. It was just about me, A, not going to do what I needed to do to get to the next level, and B, worrying about if I didn't make my payment, everything I just described. So what I want to challenge you to do as we go to lunch and head back is to really address your own issues, the things that have stopped you from going to the next level. And to challenge you to look at your current money, what's currently in your bank account, in a very different way. But also to challenge yourself to get to a new level of commitment for what you want in your life. And to not allow your perception of what you don't have to stop you from getting what you want. Okay? This is the only country I know of where an immigrant can come over and become a millionaire.
Thank you.
Don't know the language, have no family. You guys were born here and have family and resources, and so if an immigrant can come over here and become a millionaire in 6 months, 12 months, I mean, really, there's nothing you can't do in this room. The only thing that stopped you is what's between your ears. That's it. Because I've been to foreign, I lived in Italy and Switzerland, German, where I didn't speak the language. So I know how difficult it is to live in a place where you don't speak the language and then try to start a business in that country. That's like crazy. So let the fact that immigrants have come over here and will continue to come over here and make all the money, and that you would rather work for 30 years for somebody else
Make them richer.
and make them richer.